with me, it's on the far from love is alright. From the start, there's nothing like this feeling. What we saying, boys? Gambling, oh mama, I need rescuing. What 60s has done to me, oh. Ooh. What we saying? What we saying, chat? What we saying, chat? We can last forever. Forever. Force the way inside now. Oh no, please, God. What we saying, chat? Morning, Goms, Nick, CZ, what you saying, boys? No, please, God, tell me we're dreaming. Down around us, to what we know. And the air is finally safe to breathe again. Let's let some people get in here. Yo, chat, what we saying? What we saying, chat? What we saying, chat? Good morning, traders. How we doing, bruv? We all got loaded guns. What a tune this is, by the way. Wow, what a tune. What a tune, people. Morning. Morning. Let's let some people join. GU Schultz cooked me. Fair play. Let me, hang on. Let me get a bit of light in here for once. Bit of light in here, chat. I don't know if that's better or worse. It's going to be worse, isn't it? Let's close it. Morning, everyone. What are you saying, boys? Morning all. Used your volume adder and everything. EU ALGTP from right after Asia closed. Cheers, Richesse. Lovely, bro. Alright, let me read the chat. What we saying, TikTok? If you're watching on TikTok, yo, quick message to the TikTok. How many man's in the YouTube right now? 47 man. Let's get some more in there. Everyone go in the free chat. Say, get in the live now. Get in the live now. Let's let everyone get in here. I know a lot of people slack on a Friday. TikTok, I just want to say, make your apologies as loud as your disrespect, TikTok. Whereas everyone from yesterday's live saying, oh, you're going to lose, you're going to lose, you're going to lose. Chat. Chat, chat, chat. Make your apologies as loud as your disrespect, chat. Know that. What you waiting for? I'm short of you. Yeah, we obviously got a lot of news, chat, so you want to be very careful today. For me, I'm not really going to be getting in any positions today. I'm just going to be marking it up for you, man. We've got a lot of news. Obviously, we've had that German PMI just come through very recently. And then we got the pound news in about 45 minutes. So we'll be staying through to that. How did that news come out, by the way? Yeah, very bullish for the euro there. Where are these? Fucking hell. For our refugees, one short. Fair play, bro. Yeah, looking at this. I was waiting for this level. We were more waiting for the daily, though, to be honest. But yeah, that is nice. This is the daily FEG I've got highlighted. Yeah, my general bias is I think that prices can come higher before we drop. I do want to come lower, but I think we can come higher first. Obviously, for the pound to, or GU to continue higher, you really just need the dollar to continue this sell-off. We've got a few nice confirmations for this sell-off. I just can expect it to continue rather than a reversal, in my personal opinion. But we'll wait and see, chat. We've got this imbalance here. Not really the best, but we'll see how we do. See how we do. As I said, I'm not in this one personally. We're just really forward testing at the moment. But anyone who's looking at any pairs, let me know. Let's get some more man in there. Everyone double tap the screen, boys. If you're live on, if you're here on TikTok, everyone double tap the screen. Let me read through the comments. Let's have a look at this GU. This GU might stop out real quick. We might want to come lower. Even if we do want to come lower, it should provide nice buys. As I said, I'm not in anything just yet, so well, I won't get in anything today anyway. So we're really just analysing. So if this one stops out, doesn't really matter. We'll just be looking for the next. But yeah, my general idea is a bullish, the pound to push up a bit and EU to push up even more. And then have a sell-off later in the day. Obviously, we know looking at news, 245 and 130. We've got dollar news. So, to be honest, all price action will be secondary to that. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. Lost £200 on GU all week. Was expecting buys. Yeah, man, was expecting sells the whole time, bro. I can't read Russian, bro. Don't know if anyone can translate that. But there's no translation button, Rocket. Let me read the chat real quick. Fucking hell, look at this. Right, let's actually look for a better entry because that was shit. It was shit. Right, let's keep our eyes out for the next level on this. We're just not really seeing any alignment, chat. I'll be real. The market's really horrible this morning. Right, let me read the chat. What are you saying, Garms? What are you saying, Nick? CZ, Jason, what are you saying? Trap, what are you saying? Daniel, James, morning, everyone. Mehmet, Flux, Ewan, what are you saying? EUTP, EUALG from right after Asia closed. Cheers, Richesse. Nice, man. Nice. Low swept. Imbalance there. Traded up to the higher. Lovely. I mean, you would have had to hold through news, so kind of brazy. But yeah, fair play, Fluxus, man. W's in the chat. What are you saying, T1? What are you saying, TikTok? If you're watching on TikTok, Annabella. Whenever a female joins my live, I'm just assuming it's a bot account. What are you thinking about on gold ATM? Yeah, let's have a look at gold in a sec, chat. I mean, just finish these YouTube comments. Morning, Mood. Morning, Flux. Ewan, what you saying, boys? Use your volume idea and everything, Lou. Hour 1 range, nice. Sick. Thoughts on gold today? Yeah, a lot of people asking about gold, so let's have a look at gold. Maybe gold's the best to approach today, because EU and GU is kind of moving brazy. I'm expecting volume from this level. It may just be sells, though, to be fair. May just be sells from this level. To be fair. DXY is continuing up. But again, DXY is just continuing up to fill this imbalance. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. Fucking hell. Look at the pound, bro. We're going to have to wait a little bit. The pound is definitely, yeah, definitely gone now. Pound is gonzo. Pound ain't going long anytime soon. Alright, let's have a look at gold, man. We're not even going to be looking at EU and GU. Alright, let's have a look at gold then. Let's have a look at gold. Think EU goes to fill that daily. Yeah, that's what I want, man. I do want EU to come up, fill this daily a bit more, but it really doesn't look like we want to do that. It looks like we're just filling this imbalance and we're going to come down, to be honest. I would want GU to come higher as well. But you can see all the volume's really coming from that exact same point. Just dominated from here. Yeah, maybe just leave the pound alone as well. I mean, we can see the euro's really strong, the pound's really weak. And yeah, they're just not aligned, boys. Like, it's just fucking weird. It's weird, it's jarring. We ain't touching it. Me personally, chat, as I said, my bias on gold right now is short bias. Fundamentally. Again, we're retapping into this, so this looks like it could run nice. But yeah, let me know you man's idea on gold. As I said, boys, my ideas on gold is bearish right now. Due to the just insane retail trap over the weekend. This box here, this is the price that all of the latest buyers, so all of the late retail participants to the market, they all got in at that point there. So in my opinion, price is going to be reluctant to come back up to this level because they know that there's a huge amount of retail liquidity here, so they can really freely trade below there and know that there's always going to be exit liquidity at higher prices. So for me, it just makes sense to push the market down and down and down for lower prices, lower, just so we can get better entries on these guys. There's better entries on them, and then eventually we will go back up. And then the idea is, eventually when we do go up, either these guys have just got in way better entries than these guys, so like smart money is always going to be winning over dumb money. And also, it may get pushed down so much that these traders think, you know what, I've lost like 20% of my investment after the first like week. I'm just gonna close it out, and then obviously we get the frenzy even more. But I do think that due to this retail trap here at this high price, we're going to be reluctant to go up to that. I really do think that. So yeah, I'm going to mark out actually a little line there. It's really 4.2 in my opinion, I'd say, was the main. So that's the fundamental bias. Fundamental bias is short. Now we got to go to the technicals. So looking at the daily, is there anything we can really gauge from the daily? Not really. We filled the imbalance perfectly. We filled the bearish imbalance perfectly. So really we should start continuing up now. But again, we've already tapped it. We've already tapped into it once and didn't really give any reaction. You can see here, we tapped into it once, didn't give any reaction. We're retesting it now. So if we go a little bit lower on the 30 min, let's try and see what happened over the Asia session. So actually, let's see what happened during the New York session. Because we saw all of New York's price action just be completely and utterly rejected. Move this a bit. So let's draw on the... Yeah, so you can see when we draw on the volume profile again, we're getting some really nice information from it. So we draw it on. So this is the volume from the New York session. You could have done this last night. And what would this have told you, chat? What would this have told you? Why I don't get why it doesn't... Like, someone who said that it bugs out was right, I can't lie. But yeah, that essentially, if you just look at it like that, just imagine you can't see the other side. It basically shows you, right, that all the volume came from the top of the range, so the cells. So there was a lot of cells planted here. All of the volume came from here, rather than where we'd expect it to be along this order block here. Which obviously when we have this, as we said, as I've been quite heavily on recently anyway, when we've got this area of high volume, we want to highlight it. Highlight that general volume, that general area, and expect price to want to revisit it before going to its next destination. And if we drag it to the right, we can see price did tap into that area and is really just absolutely fucking dumped. So yeah, now we've got to really try and look for the next move. But I personally will just be looking at sells. If we look at this overall leg as well, let's do from the Asia low all the way to this high. Where was the most volume? Along the mid. So we use stop loss on that 4F3G. Guys are just trading news at this point. Yeah, true. So who called it EU buyers? Not me, bro. Not me. It was literally banging line with news. I don't know how anyone caught it, to be fair. To be fair, someone in my chat did, but yeah, gold's looking nice, boys. Gold is looking nice to me. Let me quickly check my YouTube chat. If I missed any comments on YouTube, boys, just put them in again. You're better than TikTok, Lou, mate. Cold, I definitely didn't expect you to TP yesterday. Give you props. Appreciate that, bro. Morning, lads. How we doing? Fair play. I went B on that. Fair play. Yeah, I'll be real, chat. I was literally placing the trade, about to send it to the signals. And then I saw Jim Bob send it to the signals. I was like, mate, what a touch. So, yeah, it was a lovely trade. And I won't go and break even. I think as well, my entry was the exact same as Jim Bob. My stop loss might have been a bit tighter, maybe. My stop loss was on this high here, rather than this high here. I think Jim Bob's might have been on that. But other than that, it was really the exact same trade. So, yeah, man, nice. Again, I'm not really going to be looking at EU and GU, man, because it's a little bit scary, to be honest. And I don't like scariness. So, no, I'm joking. I'm not a child. Yeah, looking at the volume from here, we can see it's likely that price is going to want to continue or be at least attracted up to this point here. Again, if we go down, we can see blatantly within this Asia session, so this first distribution, remember chat, was looking at this volume from the New York session, this order block. from the New York session. Obviously, this isn't the order block I've got marked out. You'd have to draw it out yourself. But calls to sell off. So now I'm marking this sell off and see where all the volume was really coming from. And you can see it was all coming from this region here. So this is where price is most happy to transact at. This is where there's going to be a lot of transactions. There's going to be a lot of orders in this area. So yeah, I want price to come back up into there. Yeah, and even when we do it to the current low, we can see there's a blatant area of preference there. Even I heard him sing. Writing songs. Lou, can you explain how you use the fixed range volume profile? Watch my most recent YouTube video, bro. Most recent YouTube video. If you've just watched my most recent YouTube video, then yeah, ask a little bit more specifically, bro, and I'll help you out. New YouTube videos fire, boys. I think we're on a K views right now. Obviously, I'm on this YouTube grind. I'm trying to get more consistent with it. I keep ducking and diving my consistency, but when I'm consistent, bro, we absolutely cook on YouTube. Yeah, 2.5K views. This shit is this thing's flying right now. I look so butters. For some reason, I look so butters in this video. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the angle. Like, that's like the worst angle on my face. I was watching it thinking, fucking hell, Lou, like, could you not have touched yourself up a bit? But then I thought, you know what? You man are here to trade. You don't care what my haircut's like. You man know, bruv. Like, all that shit's secondary. Thumbnail is class. Yeah, that was made by H2. H2 just made that. I'm on the swing on EU. What's your biggest loss? I don't really ever lose more than like 4K. But to be fair, I used to copy trade all my fundeds. But that's why I stopped doing it. Because you'd lose like 4K or like 6K. It's just insane. So yeah, the most I'll ever lose now is 2. I don't copy trade my funded accounts anymore. I'll just alternate them. Yeah, trust. Big up H2. Hopefully we can come up to this on gold, man. There should be some nice sales to be had. Everyone double tap the screen if you're watching on TikTok, boys. Let's get 1K likes in here real quick. We've got 50 man in here. Wait, chat, we might actually overtake YouTube on this. Low key. So when you're using a fixed range volume, do you only use the 5 minutes to measure the high and low? Now, bro, you can use any time frame, really. So I'm on the 15 right now. It really doesn't matter too much. You can use any time frame that you think is applicable. I find the best to be like the 30 minute. Because you can see the sessions individually and the sessions like as a free way to the day, if that makes sense. So, for example, I can mark this out and get quite good confluences into the actual session itself. But then I can also mark out the day as a whole and kind of like cross-reference that, if that makes sense. So, yeah, 30 minutes is what I like to use the best. But, as I said, you just play about with it, boys. Can I ask what happens to you when trading ranges change? When the clocks change? Yeah, everything just moves forward an hour, bro. That's just it. We got our age of liquidity's like, the thing is, ours changes as well, but we're off peak for like, what is it, a month? Or is it 2 weeks? Yeah, they change it. So we're on a line for like 2 weeks. I was listening to some proper FIFA songs the other day. Oh, yesterday, sorry. If you man think drugs are good, boys, wait till you make 5 figures off a payout and listen to FIFA songs while smoking a spliff and the sun's out. That is literally, bro, like... Can you tell me how do you determine the bias? Again, I got a video on that, but yeah. So essentially, the bias always comes from me from the higher time frames. So the monthly. But maybe. So for the monthlies, so for example, on the DXY or on we'll use EU and GU because a lot of people have been taking losses on EU and GU. So I'll show you my bias and how we really normally get on the right side. So first of all, the key what that I do is use a very, very simple concept or two concepts on the monthly time frame. Now, you got to think, chatty, right? Your daily bias can either be right or wrong. It can't, like, it's a 50% chance. It's either going to go up or down. So the first thing you need to do for the daily bias is just use one concept and keep it on the higher time frame and keep it really simple. There's no point drawing a million things on the chart to see what your daily bias is on the monthly. One, because majority of it doesn't matter because it's going to be from like fucking months ago, if not years ago. And the other one is, it's still 50-50. It's not like the lower time frame where we're trying to predict like a specific level in price, like here, for example. We're literally trying to pick a direction. It can only be down or up. Like, it's 50-50. So that's my first tip, first bit of advice, is use something simple that really makes sense to you and is going to give you confidence. For me, that's monthly CRT. So we've got a monthly CRT there. We've got the candle high has been taken. And we've closed back within the range, which tells us that we're going to reverse to this candle's low. So that's my entire bias there. And obviously we've got the same on the DXY in the opposite direction and on EU. So that's my higher time frame bias. I'm bearish. Bomb. Very simple. Cool. So now I've done that. I've got my overall target. I want to start breaking down what's actually going on in the market. And this is where the daily internal external comes through. And this is really what makes it. I'll be real. Is the daily internal and external. So if you don't know what internal external is, just a way to read market structure and where we're going. So you can see, for example, this current range, we've got a high, we've got a low. Now the high and low is known as the high and low is known as external liquidity, right? And the internal liquidity we call order blocks or fair value gaps. So for example, this order block here. And the general idea of internal external is we go from internal liquidity to external liquidity. And then back to internal liquidity, so an order block or fair value gap. And then back to external liquidity. And then again, internal liquidity again being a fair value gap or an order block. And then external liquidity again. And then maybe one time, rather than going to our external high, we actually go to our external low and get a change of character. But this is basically how trends form. That's what they're mitigating, internal and external liquidity. So boom, we've got our general direction, which is bearish. And then obviously we want to find our range and our internal external. So our range, as we said, low, high. Reason being because we most recently broke that low. So that's our external. Obviously, as we said, we're bearish, so we don't want our external high to get taken. Definitely not. We want our external low to get taken. So that's our target. And then obviously on the daily, this is our internal. So high, low, internal. So we're essentially coming down off of this daily internal liquidity to our daily external liquidity in line with our monthly CRT. And that's really it. I know I've spoke a lot, but it's literally just range, internal, external, higher time frame target, and then just trading it in line with that. And then now you've got your bias, it's a lot easier. You can see now we've got a bias, it's a lot easier for me to just jump into these cells. Because it's just a lot clearer, man. But yeah, that's really how I do the higher time frame. I would have really liked this to come higher, but yeah, it's not going to do that. Sells on EU could be very, very nice. Could be cream. I'm not jumping in just because I'm not that confident. Thanks, man. You've been really helpful. No worries, bro. CRT a game changer. Trust me, bro. Trust me, brother. So we spam sell a week. Well, we've been doing that for about 2 weeks already. Well, for ages already. No, seriously, though. Like, the bias it gives you. Let me just show you something real quick. I won't bore you, but let me just show you. If we go on the monthly. What's this? Yeah, look. Literally, right? So look at me talking about it. When was this? This was August, right? You can see. I've drawn this on my chart in August, right? This is CRT, you can see. Candle, open. It takes out the high. Obviously, it's a bit misaligned because of what I'm on, but We've got candle A, then candle B opens, takes the high, but then closes back within the original range. So closes back within the range, which tells us that this candle is going to trade down to the low. But bear in mind, chat, this is from August, right? That's from August. If we go on the monthly, look how easy CRT was for that whole period, right? So bear in mind, August that was, yeah? So we'll go to August. July, all right, August, right. So it's the month of August. So first of all, wait, let's just wait for it. Right, so you can see there, we've got the CRT. Again, I'm not actually going to fucking draw it all through. But I will do the last few months. So where was August? Right. August, bomb. You can see. If we're just purely based on CRT on the monthly, we've got the low, swept. So we're looking for price to trade through into the high, right? Obviously, once the candle closes, which it has. So that means this whole rest of the month, our bias is buyers up to here. Right? That was after August. Our whole bias. You can see that came through. Right now, after next month, what happened in the next month? So this one's been completed. Boom. Now what do we have? Now we've got bearish CRT. You'll notice we've got this candle. And then the other candle, the current candle, opened, took out the high, and then closed back within the range, which means obviously bearish to this low. So again, our bias is very clear. It sells down to this low all month, and that's all we're looking for. We're not looking at buys at all. Just sells down to that low. And then obviously I'm not going to... As you can see, we're just getting so much fucking confluence, man. 3 whole months just played. So this low swept, you got this whole month. Then this high swept, you got this whole sell. And then this month, you got this high. It's just so easy, boys, on the monthly. And as I said, it may be wrong, but like, you've only got a 50% chance at the end of the day. So, like, yeah, gold really is crashing, man. But hopefully a lot of you guys would have avoided buyers based on that analysis. Lou, as I mainly trade ALG, do you reckon it's a good idea to just not trade Mondays and Fridays? I've noticed backtesting we have the lowest probability of prime in entry. Yeah, bro. Definitely, man. Definitely. Still be on the market. Don't treat it as a rule, bro. That's what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't say like no trading on Monday or Friday. I would just say, you know what? I'll take into account that majority of my good trades are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm not going to use all of my equity or all of my risk allowance on a Monday. But yeah, chat, any other pairs you man are looking for, let me know. Did you get a good TP yesterday? Yeah, bro. I had a lovely one yesterday. That's not mine. Now, let me get a tissue. 2 secs, chat. Let me know what pairs you're looking at. Let me know what pairs you man are looking at. We'll mark it up. And do you trade Bitcoin as well? Nah, bro, I don't trade Bitcoin. We do have a Bitcoin trader in the signals, though. Mate, gold is moving brazy, bruv. Just so bearish on it. Yeah, trust me, Mehmet. You play FIFA still? Nah, Mood, I don't play. I ain't played FIFA in years. Fucking hell. I ain't played FIFA in absolutely years, bro. Probably about fucking, bro, years. Ever since I started trading, I've never played FIFA in it, which is about 5 years, 6 years. My prime was like FIFA 14, FIFA 15. Bro, they're over 10 years old now. It's insanity, bro. Can you look at GJ? No worries, bro. Yeah, I was looking at GJ buyers, so let's hope that they've played out. I haven't really checked it too much. Nice. We have been moving up overall. We are placing decently for buyers now. Obviously, that is a nice sweep. Why's my Wi-Fi bugging out, bro? It's a naughty little sweep, though. What are you, man, looking for on GU? Because that is a dirty sweep of highs into this fair value gap as well. Oh, what is this song? To be fair, we did come back into that. We obviously would want price to trade down into the discount of the range. Would want price to trade down lower before we get in buyers. So if we look at this whole range, so we did move nicely from internal external, don't forget, people. We did move, as you can see. From this internal order block to this external high. So we are part of a new range now, being here to here. So we obviously want to trade into the discount if we can. You can see just below that level there. So, yeah, man, I would be looking for... I'd more be waiting for buyers rather than jumping in sells, to be fair. Yeah, all the volume's coming from here as well. My brother got FIFA 26 half price a few weeks after it come out. That's how dead it is. I tried FIFA 15, but I just got out of it. I don't know why. I just didn't rate it as much as FIFA 14. Mate, FIFA 14 was the prime, bro. Like, we'll never get better than FIFA 14. That was the prime. That was before it got competitive. Like, that FIFA 14 was the prime, bro. The absolute prime, where you would play against, like... Oh, mate, it was the last year where you could have a cheap team and compete with anyone. Like, you could have a 30k team and compete with literally anyone. That's what FIFA was so good at, bro. Because it weren't about having the best players or the dearest. It was about making your team with your players that you want. And if you want just pacey players, that's what you can do, and it works. Not anymore. You got to have like fucking a million icons, or it's just no point even playing the game. Well, it's kind of mad. It's been 12 years. Yeah, trust me, bro. What are people really looking for, though, man? What are people looking for? Let's have a look at the yen basket. Same shit really for the yen basket. To be fair, the yen basket looks way more happy with just dropping now though. Which tells me that it could be just a quick movement, not necessarily a massive retracement. Majority of the volume was coming from the buyers though. You can see there was literally no volume in this imbalance. Yeah, even down here, all the volume's coming from the sellers that got cooked down here. Yeah, I'm not really too sure, man. This one doesn't really look too clear. We know buyers are happy stepping in at this point, though. Had GU short marked out. Should really be coming off this 30-minute imbalance, to be fair, and coming higher. Should really be coming off that. Again, the reason why we're using volume so much is just because of the nature of the market right now. It's distributing very, very heavily, trending very heavily. So we're just looking for them points for re-entries. Like, even with this, I'm not really... Even though we're lining up lovely for a sell, I'm not really looking at a sell, man. I'm more looking at continuations, to be fair. I feel this, like, it might induce people to get in, but not really something I'm super, super keen on. Fucking hell, how many times does this song want to go on? I ain't going to be able to bear the sound of it in a minute. Hella news today. Yeah, man, we got news in about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So, obviously, that's what's going to really dictate the GJ trade. But still want to be looking at it. 1 hour trend line respected. Trend line's crazy, bro. Trend line's absolutely crazy work, but fair play. This is the thing. Trend lines are so flawed. It's a joke. Because what? How would you mark your... Like, yeah. Trend lines are actually so washed. It's a joke. But fair enough. No, I'm assuming that's what you're drawing on. To be fair, it did respect it to the absolute T. But yeah, like, they're not really that good to be using. EU's still at a good level for sells, man. We've got this imbalance just itching to be traded into. I think this is our target, really. I don't know, just nowhere really to get in any of this leg. There's no imbalance on anything 5 minute or above. Bro, people don't have voices like this as well. The Ronettes. They don't have haircuts or voices like that anymore. Waiting for that pound news to come through. I'm lagging a bit, I can't lie. Bro, why am I lagging, man? I'm actually lagging. Why am I lagging, bro? I'm lagging on trading view. Is this some kind of sick joke? If you ain't subbed or liked the live, you are gay. Yeah, that's facts. That was me reading a comment, by the way, TikTok. I'm going to pause that TikTok for that. Bro, I'm lagging, bro. UJ reacted well. For DTO, yeah, nice. It's just a pound, man. The pound's so weak right now. So weak right now. We're waiting for that news in anticipation. Bro, that lag was absolutely dirty, man. Most calm. Yeah, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? What pairs are we looking at, chat? Let me know in the comments. People looking at GJ. People looking at UJ. Gold's a bit of a runner right now. Any other pairs you man are looking at? To be fair, having drawn that on, we should have really seen that was clearly more sellers in the market rather than buyers. So we should have been looking really for this area for sells. We did come at a higher than it though. If we came to like here, then I would have been still looking for sells. But it's the fact that we clearly moved above. And had the ALG as well. Didn't really break anything though until the absolute last minute. What is this song? Let's change it up, boys. We need some different music on. This is giving the market no energy. You are? My guys though. Yeah, see, this is what I don't get about changing state of delivery and stuff. People would consider this a change in state of delivery. I'm actually lagging again on a YouTube video. Jesus! Bro, what is wrong with this? For real, like, what is actually wrong with my Wi-Fi? GU swept Asia high as well. Yeah, man, GU was nice. Mate. This really doesn't hit the same when it's constantly lagging, does it? Our facial recognition's cameras in supermarkets a step too far. Well, yes, for the general public they are, but for the odd knobhead that decides to steal their weekly shop, I suppose it's kind of needed. Mate, I'm actually lagging on a YouTube video, bro. This song come out about 10 years ago. Like, it should. Do you man not think, yeah, videos that come out like 10 years ago and have got like 100 million views, like YouTube should just download it to their server. Like, there's no reason this video's lagging. I know I don't have Wi-Fi, but this page isn't responding. Am I lagging, or has there actually been like another fucking DDoS attack or something? Digital ID next, yeah, trust me. Am I lagging, boys, or not? No, it says my stream quality's good. So why am I lagging, bruv? Want to get inversed. What do you mean, bro? Not this, no, I don't want this imbalance to get inversed. Want this to really continue higher. Just based on the yen basket. Looking at the other pairs, we could definitely come lower, but like looking at GU itself, we could definitely come down to here. 50% of the range, also where the volume lies, and then look for buys. But based on how violently the yen basket's moving, I don't expect the pound to really, as long as the pound just chills out for like 2 seconds, this should move up. See, the pound is by far the weakest pair about. Keir Starmer obviously doing terribly as usual. I want to use you as liquidity, sir. To be fair, bro, your orders are probably on a 10k account, so you don't really need much liquidity. You are a little fish in this big pond, so yeah, not really the top priority for you right now, mate. Probably want to get off that 10k account so you can actually make more than fucking £500 a month through trading. Haha, I'm 600 funded, mate. Yeah, sure you are. That's why you're on my live trolling. But like, no one who's ever like is actually funded. I'm opposed to TikTok of you getting inversed. Oh no, not RFX Capital. Not RFX Capital with 133 followers. No, bruv, it's gonna be the end of me. It's gonna be the end of me. Oh, wait. No, bruv, he's gonna end my career. RFX Capital, bruv. Oh, fuck's sake. Bro, please don't. Please don't end my career, RF. Bro, this is actually painful. This is actually YouTube. Am I lagging? Am I lagging on YouTube, or is it like am I just holding all of this to the face myself? Trying to check the news if we can actually be allowed to see it. Yeah, it was the exact same as forecast pretty much. Well, to be fair, manufacturing weren't, but manufacturing obviously doesn't really matter for us. The massively main thing is services. You can see went from 50.8 to 51.1. They thought it was going to go up to 51, so it went up basically what they thought, a little bit more than what they thought, but essentially it's not going to have a huge impact. Oh, where's RFX gone? I thought you was going to get inversed. I thought I was going to get inversed, bro. How's that short doing? Oh, it got cooked. Oh, that's why you're in the comments and I'm on the live. Oh, it's still pushing as well, bro. Hope you've closed that position or the drawdown you're sitting in. I would not want to be sitting in that drawdown on a Friday, especially after news has just come through as well. Oof. It's looking like a long day for RFX Capital, mate. It's looking like a long day for you, bro. Don't know what you're doing trading on high impact pound news as well on pound pairs, even though you're apparently 600k funded. It's not adding up, really. It's not adding up, RFX. I accidentally traded high impact news FTMO 830 200k. Don't know, it's not been violated. Only did 0.3 risk. What, just now you mean? Exactly, they claim it's to stop illegal employment, but that's what we have the national insurance number for, and still don't stop employers from checking it. So why? Yeah, digital ID ain't gonna change anything. It's funny that he's gone, that RFX. Oh yeah, wait 2 secs. You're gonna have to kind of be on YouTube, on TikTok to get this, but. Oh yo, chat, look. Bro, it's literally, as soon as you said that, bro said you're getting inversed like there. Bro bottom ticked. Unlucky, bro. Bro, it literally hasn't stopped. Look at the 1 minute since he said that. Oh, bro was too focused on making a TikTok about me. Forgot that he's just blown all of his apparently 600k fundeds. Oh, mate. It's funny. Bro, it literally hasn't stopped moving since he said that. To the upside. Bro looks goofy as hell right now. Goofy as hell. Thing is, we do have loads and loads of sell volume within here, which obviously got eaten up by the buyers. So it's going to be interesting to see how we react. See if the end basket's able to continue lower, or if we are going to reverse. Regardless, RFX, even if it does go in your way, lad, you was liquidity. Are we falling into lower volume profiles? Yeah, bro. Well, no, we're falling into higher volume. If we look at the Asia session, majority of the volume came at this bottom here, at this low here. We obviously saw pretty strong reactions there initially, and then obviously again here. So it's going to be interesting to see what will happen in this point. If we can manage to break past this point, yeah, we should be really good to fall. But I reckon there will be some form of a reaction. GU's at this fair value. Bro, he actually cut off the live as well. He knew not to return after that. He's probably he's furious in his bedroom. Bro, he's got his camera rolling like he wanted to do that cool little TikTok of him inversing me. He's just sitting there having lost like, I don't know, what, 1% of a 600. He just lost 6 bags. And he's got me on the live just laughing at him. He's never going to come on a TikTok again. I'd delete the app, bro. I'd be fuming. How old are you? I'm 23, bro. Do my dance, do my dance. I'm gonna serve it up. Alright, cool. Gold's coming up now. Right, so we can see majority of the volume is here. We could get some nice sells from gold from here. Obviously, we have that clear bearish extension from the Asia liquidity grab. Not the Asia liquidity grab, from the Asia session. I'm going to drag this across. Yeah, that's where I'll be looking to get in, man. That's where I'll be looking to get in gold. As I said, I don't really think we're going to be itching to come back above 4,200. Because that is where loads of retail got trapped above that point. Big trouble, big thing that you're not saying. I having these buy limits, buy labels on gold, bro. This guy's got the worst lyrics ever, but why does this song actually sound good though? Like, what are these lyrics? Hang on. Do my dance, hit my dance, 50 bands, 100 bands. On my dance. Mollied up, mollied up. Give it up, then I serve it up. Hit. Who really with the Gotti Gotti? RFX is clenching his jaw. I blew both my 100k fundeds, lol. Wait, is that RFX on the live? Fin for facts. Hopefully be sweet German news. Have a look at German 30, Lou. Right, I'll have a look at German 30. A lot of people are talking about German news, Euro news, German 30. All that type of stuff in the chat. RFX clenching his jaw, stop profit, take loss type shit. Yeah, facts. What's your account size? I mainly trade on a 200k, bro. I will never really trade on a higher account than that at any given time. I used to copy trade them all together. So I would have like 4, 5, 600k all on one copy trade, but that's just dumb. I've noticed now that is just dumb. It's good if you're trying to make like big dough, but consistently it's just not it, because you will end up blowing it. Have a look at Jar 30. Oh, we've got a draw on our own age session indicator on me. Yeah, mate, Jar 30 is looking lovely, man. We got this CRT low. We got this CRT low on the daily, I believe. Yeah, daily CRT low. We've got the order block we've tapped into as well, man. Looking nice. Obviously, we've got the volume there as well. All looking really nice. All looking real nice. 2 hour order block. The reason we're going for the 2 hours is because this order block actually completed an objective. You can see this specific order block here wicked above the previous candle. If you look at the candle, so it wicked above the previous candle. You can see there. Wicked above it. And then obviously it was the last up candle before we moved down. I've got a draw on my Asia session though, which is so annoying. Right, this is the Asia session. This is insanely long to do every time, but yeah, this is the London session. Invite young shredders to join the live as a guest. Fucking hell. Does that mean they're in the live? Does that mean the young shreds are in the live? Bro, why is there no good songs on my YouTube right now? Not one good tune. Alright, now I want to see where the volume came from in here. So again, I'll probably be aiming for this order block here rather than the one above. Yeah, we can see all the volumes coming from here. So again, if I was looking for shorts, probably up it to 300 just for ease of stop loss. Just aim for that same low. No need to aim for crazy distribution level lows. Like, it is a Friday at the end of the day and we have got news. Mate, why am I getting like an ache in my foot, bro? Better stretching it. Mate, my leg is actually trying to hold it together right now, but... Your EU hit profit yesterday, G. All them shit talkers. Trust me, Stacks, bro. Trust me, brother. Trust me, my bro. The amount of fucking people we had in the live chatting shit yesterday. It's a lovely move, man. Appreciate that, Stacks, bro. All the talkers, and they never come back. They never come back in the morning, do they? They just say, "You're my liquidity. You're my liquidity." Someone did that a second ago, bro. I pinned their comment. Everybody knows. Bro, I feel like I actually need to take a... Oh, bruv, you know what I've got? Hang on. Wait there. Mate. This thing's fucking dead. How on earth do you charge this? It's definitely a vape charger, innit? You charge this with. Samsung charger. Jerfe's been lovely recently. Yeah, mate, Russ, it's been unreal. He said his liquidity is if you're in a trade. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, Russ, I think it's because I use a different one to you, bro. Managed to pass phase 1 and phase 2 in just a week. Lovely, bro. Will it go to 4,200 after CPR results? I'll be real, bro. I'll be real. It massively matters what the data is, and none of us know the data. But based on a technical level, I don't think we're going to be going above 4,200 too soon. But with that being said, if the news comes out so bullish for gold, then obviously if inflation comes out a crazy high number, then nothing's going to stop it rallying. So it is obviously massively dependent on that gold. I would like to think it won't reach 4,200 today, but as I said, if the news is that crazy, of course it will. I don't know if it's a cramp, I don't know what it is. Better hurts. Oh, mate, I'm going to have to unplug my mic to charge this in. Have I not got any other, like... Maybe I just need to drink water. Oh, yeah, my Wi-Fi ain't the best at all right now for some reason. Don't get me wrong. What is a good song? The stream's lagging. Yeah, I did think it would be, bro. Can't lie. Oh, mate. I have physical 100 gram Yumi Core Gold. Bought it for 11,550. Sell is now 11,050. You think sell or wait? Yeah, see, this is the exact reason why I don't think it's going to go up higher. Because retail have essentially been trapped. All the late buyers and all the retail buyers have been trapped. So that translates to this area here, which is the Monday's price action. So you guys all accumulated above the 4.2 handle, the 420 handle. But yeah, so all you man accumulated up there, which means the institutions know this. Institutions know that you all bought there, so you lot are all just you just were exit liquidity for this. So they're not going to be too wanting to push the market up, in my opinion, because all these guys are trapped. So what they're going to want to do is push the market lower and lower and lower and lower until they get in such a better entry than you, man. It doesn't even matter that you hold gold, because they got in at like half the price. Or they'll push it down so much that you eventually have no choice but to close it for a loss, and then it will go back up. Retail traders are trapped here. Everyone panic bought gold here. The market's now down here. So why would institutions want to push this up, which would enable these man to get out? They don't want to do that. They're going to want to keep it low and trickle these man and play with their emotions, in my opinion anyway. As I said, news is going to be the main thing. If inflation comes out insane, then obviously there's nothing stopping it just absolutely rocketing. But yeah, Lou, see the way you use DXY for EUG, you do use it for gold? Nah, bro, I don't. Not recently, especially. And now, Lou, I use the Richesse session indicator. Bun and back test. Yeah, weekend plan. I don't even know. I haven't really got anything planned for this weekend, to be fair. It's Halloween, innit? Or is it next week? No, it's next week, innit? Alright, so that ain't Halloween on like a Saturday. Oh, that's cold. Have a look at GU longs. See you again. GU longs. We want to look at the DXY. I can see DXY coming lower. I did really want it to come lower originally. Love me forever. Main reason was being, I need to change this as well, because this really bugs me out when I see it like this. If you look from the low to the high, most of the volume's coming in this region here, so this accumulation here, which is obviously the point that we're in now. So we know there's heavy sell pressure around this area, as you can see from the candles. Very high selling pressure from this area. If we look at the market on a technical basis as well, you can see we've obviously got this leg down here. We've got this fair value gap, which has just been filled. So this fair value gap here, that's just been filled. Again, if I hide this, you'll be able to see it. So that fair value gap there. Fuck me, man. Fucking hell, man. Yes, link up, boys. You got to reserve your spot. Mate. I'm going to bug out in a minute, bruv. Bruv, fucking hell, bro. What is wrong with this, man? Never go with fucking Virgin Wi-Fi, ever, bro. I swear to God, it is the shittest company ever. So shit. So insanely shit. Oh, bro, I can't even explain how shit Virgin are. I really can't explain how bad they are. Like, it's hard to put into words how shit as a company Virgin are. They are honestly horrific, bruv. Horrific. No Wi-Fi company in a first world country in London, in the capital city, should cut out once a month. Shouldn't happen. Once a year, bruv, yeah. Not once a month, once every 2 weeks. Like, what is that about, bruv? You man can barely even watch my live. I'm lagging so much. Devilish Dapper Penguin on Pump Fun. Okay. Bro, you're not going to make any money from shilling. You may as well, like... Yeah, shilling's not going to make you no money. But, fair enough. Nice tap of the DTO and that volume, to be fair. Really in two minds, because we know the pound's so weak. Like, DXY does look like it could potentially come down, but the pound's so weak, I just wouldn't want to fade it. Tapping into that area of volume as well, man, which is bang in line with the daily true open. And in line with this imbalance. We've had a... Some people call it a change character. This will be your order block for entry if you did want to jump into shorts. Only issue if we want to come higher potentially to like this actual order block there. Thoughts on GU joined late. We're bearish on GU, bullish on the dollar, but just basically based on the open, the dollar looks a little bit bearish. But also the pound is the weakest currency about right now. The pound is the weakest currency about. So all I'm looking to do is sell the pound. However, I also do believe that the dollar could have a sell-off as well. So that means we've got pound, we're kind of bearish on. Dollar, we're kind of bearish on. So, yeah, not really anything too great to go on for GU. Potentially Euro buys could be nice. Euro buys could be nice. Dollar buys could definitely be nice. But then again, we're just unaligned. EU, GU, and DXY are completely unaligned, which means one of them you just got to take the risk on. Yeah, we're just so unaligned right now. Both PMI news results were positive for the pound, though, to be fair. Yeah, but the thing, it was positive, but it was literally like, it was just expected. It was as forecasted. It was as forecasted, so there was not really that much of an impact caused by news. I think if you don't hit TP or stop loss within 2-minute buffer, you should be sweet to hold through news. Could be wrong though. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I just never trade for news anyway. There's just no need to even leave it closed. We should do a Richesse Halloween motive. I don't all dress up as RFX. All dress up as a clown, bruv. What are you saying for you, Jay? Again, another one of them pairs, man. Overall, we're bullish on it, but just based on the open, it looks bearish. So it's the one that I wouldn't really want to touch. Again, higher time frame. I'm bullish on. Got this internal here. Got this internal to the external like that. That's the. Oh my god. My actual fucking god. I might actually have to end live because of this. I'm lagging like really badly. Oh my god, man. Really? Really, bruv? Is this actually happening? Is this actually happening? I can't believe this. Mate, I really don't like J. Cole. I don't know what it is about. Not as a person, just his music. I don't know what it is. It's just like elevator music, but rap. But yeah, based on the actual lower time frame, as I said, based on the open, we're obviously getting a perfect ALG printing. I'll be real, this is just one of them days I wouldn't be looking to jump in anything. We've got loads of news for the dollar, loads for the pound, and the euro, to be fair. All three of our pairs. EU, GU, DXY not aligned. Don't unalive yourself over it. Mate, I'm very close. Yeah, and even this, like, we've got the Asia liquidity printing. We've also got a beautiful DTO buyer printing. We've also got yen basket potentially moving to the downside. Is it? Right, yeah, we have been moving down still. So, yeah, yen basket again potentially to move down still. But we've also got loads of volume at this low. So, we could expect the price to be bought off. Just every single pair right now is not aligned nicely. There's so much anticipation for this fucking news. It's about time we got some dollar news. The only thing I'd be willing to actually put money into would be gold right now. I wouldn't even want to touch any currencies. It's just so unaligned, man. You man need to save yourselves. If I missed any comments, chat, just let me know again. Was just wondering what Lou does. A lot of people cash even if they are in drawdown. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I'll never close early, boys. I'll never close it early in drawdown. That's the dumbest thing you can do. That's not even a good idea, like, at any time. That's just so dumb. Like, fair enough, I get stop loss of break even, there's an argument to be had, like, fair play. It can be good sometimes. But, like, closing early in drawdown is insane. Don't be me if I would have stayed. Yeah, lovely YK. Mirror League. Lovely YK. Oh yeah, 21 Savage, you're about to see it soon, mate. Gunners win the Premier League. Still gonna see the Gunners win Premier League. I'm out. What's that guy? Don't you blow my hat? Let me enjoy my... His name's like SGD or G or something. Who's it by? D Muller, that's it. How come you're looking for shorts? I just, based on the volume that we're seeing, the volume we saw over the New York session, majority of the volume was at the top here, which indicated more people was gearing up for sells. rather than buys at this low, which you'd normally expect from a continuation. So I highlighted the area of consolidation, which this was particularly around. You can see price then over the Asia session rallied into it, tapped in and had that lovely sell-off. And then, yeah, if we look at the volume from this sell here, so obviously from this sell there, all the volume was in this consolidation. And then from here to here, this next distribution, all the volume's in this order block here. So I'm planning on price coming back up to here and coming down. Based on the fundamentals, I think that the retail trap here, there's a massive retail trap here. So I don't bearably bad for the dollar, and the gold just moves. So it will be all on CPI, chat. I can't lie. We need some Maroon 5. Get these pairs going in our favour. Maroon 5, you know. I'm shooting off. Enjoy your weekend. Sweet. John, have a good one, bro. Maroon 5, you know. Let me see if there's any good. Let me have a look. Wow. Is this really what you wanted to listen to, Garms? This is what you wanted us to sit here and listen to? I managed to open along near the bottom after bullish confirmation. Fair play, bro. This is what Garms wanted us to play, by the way. Girls like you, na 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 na. To be fair, it's very positive, isn't it? Oh my god, what is she doing? Sorry. What on earth is she doing? Like, I was going to first make a comment on how just batty this chorus is, but what is she doing? What is she doing, bruv? What the fuck? I was not expecting her to turn black. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's white again. She was Mexican before. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's black again. Oh no, she's not. She looks like the police officer from what's it called? Funny TV show about police. What is she doing? You look like an English teacher. Dressed like one as well. I hope you're happy with yourself, Garms. This is all... Oh my god, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is that? What are you fucking doing? Oh my god, they're both women now. What? There's 3 of them. She's in a hijab, isn't that... Yo. Anyone seeing the kind of... You're in a music video as a girl, yet you've got a hijab on. What? I can understand if you had a hijab on if you was in this video for your dancing ability rather than eye candy. So if you do a really cool dance, then it makes sense. If not, haram. It's not really a dance, is it? It's just a pose. How do we go from a traded life? Because this is what Garms wanted. Bro, every single woman in this has been mid. I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio myself, but like, could they not have got better? Like, she looks about 12. Isn't that Millie Bobby Brown? Oh, that's Ellen. Was all these people famous? Bro, I take it back. This music video has been literally an emotional roller coaster. I'm going to drop a like and comment. Oh my god, when are they next in London? Oh my god, they're in the Pinnacle in Nashville. I almost cried when they showed Bahati carrying their little girl baby at the end. Okay, someone nearly cried to this shit, so... Sorry. Someone nearly cried to this shit. Sorry. Don't you dare look at me like that. There's no way she wrote these lyrics. These are so bad. There we go. There we go. Yes. That's what we want. If every girl could have been like her. Not her. This next one, is that Jennifer Lopez? I don't know many people. Is that Jennifer Lopez? She's valid. Very valid. Again, she looks like a lovely girl, but just not the type to be in a music video. Bro, is that the bird from that program my mum always watches, bruv? Real Housewives of Orange something? I don't know, something to do with California. Is that not the tart from that? Why are we listening to this song? Oh yeah, because Garms really wanted this on. So Garms made us stop what we was doing and listen to Maroon 5. So yeah, that's why we're watching the song. Yeah, she is, Leng. I want to see the bit that someone cried to at the end. 2 secs, chat. We're nearly done, then we can... We're just doing this segment for Garms right here. Where's the emotional bit where someone started crying at? Someone cried at this. I almost cried when they showed Bahati carrying their little baby girl at the end. This is so sweet. Cash baby real. Alright, now that segment goes out to Garms, everyone. If you like that segment, comment W Garms. If you don't like that segment, comment L Garms. Let's have a look at EU. We are having that sell-off now. That trade one. Oh, to be fair, we did it a little TP while she was doing that. Little 2-1. Don't know if anyone took that. Probably didn't. But yeah, did get that nice little sell-off from the DTO. So we got that max. We should continue down as well. We should sell off more than that. Higher time frames in line. In line with the max volume there, really nicely. Daily to open really nicely. Age liquidity swept and distributed really nicely. We got a fair value gap that we filled really nicely. If we draw on our OTE as well, we've got our OTE bang in line with where we entered, which is really nice. And then yeah, on the 1 minute, we just basically saw a rejection of this candle. Rejection, used it as an order block, price closed below, tapped back in, ran to our TP. Pretty simple that one. Obviously didn't take that one, but nice to have a little forward test dub. What's the inductor? Can you explain? The indicator. This. What one, bro? Do you mean the coloured ones or you mean this here? Nah, OG Maroon. Now tell me that didn't make price action go in our favour. In all due respect, to Garms, it did make price action go in our favour. So Garms, you're very valid for the next song. And he has said OG, was that him or someone else? OG Maroon 5. Is there such thing as OG Maroon 5? Oh, wait. I know a Maroon 5 song that's actually good. You know what? Oh. No, don't worry. Don't worry. This is actually a good song by Maroon 5, to be fair. All jokes aside now. I want on GU, I have no emotion to the game anymore. I'm nonchalant. Right now, life just feels like pixelation, my boy. Jesus, Kevin, fucking hell. Have you been to a temple or something? Have you been to see the monks over these last few days? You go to my live for like 2 days and come back with the most opposite personality. When he scores, he makes a Celtic sing. Jota on the wing. What did you win on, Kevin? What was your position? Volume indicator. Yeah, bro, it's just a tool on TradingView. It's just this one here. Fixed range volume profile. So if you go on the buy or sell, bro, what is it with Maroon 5 and this stupid music video? Sorry, I won't analyze this whole one. I've seen this one before though. It's not an insane robbery, but like Maroon 5 or whatever his name is locks in so hard. But there's no need to do all of that for a music video. It's like a whole movie pretty much. Now the volume indicator name of the bars. Yeah, so it's just this one. When you click buy or sell, long or short position, it's just down there, fixed range volume profile. And you click that. Hopefully gold can continue up. It's making some nice movement to the upside. Hopefully it gives an opportunity. Past phase 1 yesterday, never been on phase 2, so that's the first time. Any advice on phase 2? Treat it the exact same. That's it, bro. Treat it the exact same. One thing to be aware of is you might lose your first few trades, just based on the logic that to get 8% and past phase 1, you need to have a pretty good run of form. So it's only natural that a bad run of form probably is going to follow that. So don't rush into it too quick and like get yourself 2-3% down really soon. Just trade it as normally as you normally would do. But yeah, like keep that psychology chilled out. Remember, you've done really well to pass it, but that's not because you're the god of trading and everything you touch is turned to gold. The only reason you've passed it is because you had a good run of form on your strategies. So remember, that good run of form will come back, but it's probably not going to be right now because you just come off a good month. So you might have a bit of a slower month. So trade the same, but be aware. Be very aware that a few losses is sort of due. 10% for one of my FTMO. My first 3 trades on phase 1 were losses. Nice. That's what it is, man. First 3 trades, losses. You just don't want to do that on a phase 2 because it makes it harder than it should be. But if that happens, it happens, bro. Do you know what I mean? Nothing wrong with it. As long as you've done everything you should do. Bro, can you use the volume tool and do analysis on EU? There's not really much to be said on EU, bro. I'll be so real. Not really much. He's looking like the kind of the deadest pair right now. Just deleted it, for fuck's sake. Yeah, EU I just wouldn't really want to touch, bro. Again, we're seeing sort of split biases. Some reasons to go long, some reasons to go short. Lower time frame wise, I can see us going long. Lower time frame wise, I can see us going long. Higher time frame, I'm definitely bearish, without a shadow of a doubt. So, again, it's one of those examples of pairs I don't really want to touch. There's nothing really clear, as you said, do the volume indicator and stuff. There's nothing really clear volume-wise that tells us that this is going to be like a mad, nice area of volume. Unless we Unless there's just something we haven't seen. Let's have a look one more time. So from this whole distribution down. Yeah, so we know the max volume we're at is right here. So we know there's definitely a chance that we can push up from here. We've seen a lot of buyers at this point. There's nothing we can really gauge from the volume indicator, boys. I'll be real. As I said, lower time frame looks bullish, higher time frame looks bearish. So I just wouldn't want to touch it. Wouldn't want to touch it. Yeah, and DXY really does look like it could come down. Oh, bruv, who remembers this song? This song went like triple platinum when I was like 13. 9 years ago. Yeah, I was 14. Bro, this song went like quadruple platinum. This was like the equivalent of the Rich Men North of Richmond back in the day. Obviously, boys, Mace will be live for the New York session. I'm going to jump off in a minute. So I trade the London session on live on YouTube and TikTok. And Mace, who's the owner of the Discord with me, trades the New York session on TikTok and Discord. He's got a different TikTok account, but the same YouTube. So everyone, go. By the way, chat, we are live on YouTube as well, if you're wondering who else I'm talking to. So everyone get on the YouTube, man. You see my Instagram there, RichesseFX. It's the same as my YouTube, innit? IG and YouTube's the same. So go to RichesseFX on YouTube, RichesseFX on Insta. I've got a link to my Discord in my YouTube and my Instagram as well. We've got the best Discord on the net, boys, I'll be real. I'm a saint now. The volume indicator name with the bars, Jota on the wing. GU cells, I click the button with pure coldness. My bro. Bro, can you use the volume to... Oh, yeah, we've done that. Jota on the wing. I've got to put Jota on the wing. I'm going to put one last song on, chat. Any last questions you've got? Any last questions you've got, let me know in the comments right now. To be fair, bro, for some reason the live has just bare spiked. I'm going to stay on for a bit longer. Why not? We've got about 40 on TikTok, 80 on YouTube right now. My viewership's always lower on Friday because less people trade, but... Superstar from Portugal. What's the TP of that gold trade? Just the low, man, the range low. I just can't see us coming higher, man. We've got these retail traders in such a nice spot, such a tricky spot for them. So, like, we want to keep all the cards in our favour. We want to keep the chips on our side. When you score, you make the Celtics sing. Your turn on the wing, your turn on the wing. Yeah, man, I've had a lovely trade this week. This GU was my main trade this week, chat. This GU is the main trade. I was so close to getting in that re-entry. So close. But I didn't get in. I was, like, so close to getting in. You, man, don't even understand. I had it typed out, and I was like, do I press the button? Don't I press the button? Do I? Don't I? And I thought, you know what? The fact I'm even asking, do I or don't I? I'm just not going to do it. It's bad psychology. And I know this one literally had no drawdown, ran straight to TP. But if it had been fucking about, I know because I was 50-50 on it, my psychology would have been just not there. So I'd rather just let it play. It won, but it's calm. But yeah, this is the one I actually got in. I'll get rid of this. This is the one we actually got in. 4-1, 4.5 1. Bagged like 8 bags on the funded. If you're on YouTube, you can see that on screen now. Mate, go away, bro. What the hell? I didn't want this song on. Yeah, EU buys do look nice, but there's not really much movement. To be fair, the main thing I'll be looking at, guys, is gold. I wouldn't really be interested in much else. EU and GU keep shaping up for decent positions, but mainly gold is the only thing that looks nice for me. And even that will be heavily, heavily affected by news. Remember, if inflation data is very, very crucial for the dollar's relationship with gold. I'm lagging again, and I. Virgin Media, count your fucking days. Count your days, mate. Seriously. Alright, yeah, chat. I'm going to jump off now because I'm just lagging like crazy, bro. I can't do shit. I'm actually lagging like crazy. It doesn't say that my stream's lagging, though. It says the stream quality is good. Jesus, man. My thing's just complete. Right, I'm gonna listen to one more tune. Any last questions you've got? Cause I'm gonna jump off now. Mace will be live, as I said, on our YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel, me and his YouTube channel. He will be live on Richesse FX on YouTube at 1:30, boys. Traded the New York session, waiting for that news to come through. Obviously, we've got the news at 1:30, 2:45. He'll be going through all of that. And Mace is very, very good at fundamentals. So yeah, boys, 1:30 on our YouTube, 1 o'clock / 1:30 on our YouTube. Get at it. Everyone go there now and subscribe. Because he's going to be live on a different TikTok, innit? A different TikTok account, so you might not be able to find him. The account's called like Richesse something, but you might not be able to find him on YouTube. Just get in the Discord, boys. Instagram and YouTube, same name. Discord link in YouTube and Instagram bio. Ain't lagging for me. Oh, it must just be me then, bruv. Bruv, I love this song. The song reminds me of my mum, bruv. My mum always used to play this song on holiday. Mum used to go on like family holidays and that. Bear reminds me of my mum, bruv. This is an absolute banger as well. Absolute slapper. Absolute boomer. Long on GU. Again, man, just not. I wouldn't really want to be long in EU or GU. Reason being, do I think that EU's going to go long short term? Yes, I think that's very, very likely. However, higher time frame wise, I'm very bearish. I want my lower time frame and my higher time frame to line up, not to misalign. So you can see on that GU yesterday, my higher time frame and my lower time frame lined up. Both was telling me bearish, so that was why I got in. I don't want to get in when they're not aligned. I'm just going to be fighting an uphill battle. Trading, you want to fight a downhill battle. Yo, I got a question. When you draw on your fixed range profile, is it from session to session? It's different, bro. I draw it on different things. So you can see here I've got it from high to low. Let me show you this. Who saw this? Boys, be in the Discord and stay posted, man. Some of you, man, like, I post a lot of this shit in the Discord. You, man, have just got to be active in it and you'll see. I dropped this little thing in yesterday. So this, for example, you can do it from many different places. It doesn't matter. It can be session to session, day to day. But this is a bit of analysis on that trade that I caught. Let me make it a bit smaller so you man on TikTok can see it on the screen as well. I don't think you man on YouTube can see that, can you? Fuck it, we'll just make it full screen. Right, so essentially, right, first volume profile we draw on. Well, first of all, the higher time frame. Monthly bearish CRT. Daily internal order block to external low. 4-hour internal order block to external low. So before we're even looking at this, I've got my higher time frame bias, which is bearish on the daily, on the monthly, the daily, and the 4-hour, all bearish. Then that is when we actually do the volume and we actually start looking for a position. So you can see, first of all, Asia session reaction off of London to New York distribution volume. So this one is London to New York distro, and that's that line you see here. This line you see here. So that is from there to there, and that is that line. Right, reaction off London to New York volume. You can see that volume there, we tapped into it and completely and utterly crashed. So after that, I draw my volume on Tuesday to Wednesday distribution. So now this whole move. rather than just this little distribution here, now it is from the top of this Asia session all the way to the bottom of this London session. So over a whole day, more than a whole day, I should say. And yeah, I drew it on here, and the line it gave us, the max volume's here. So again, I'm anticipating price to come into that. You see, we did have the reaction. After that, again, when we woke up in the morning, I saw, right, nice, we mitigated this, and we had a sell-off, which is lovely. So now I'm going, cool. We know the direction, we know what we're coming off of, which is this volume. So I'm just looking for price to continue this move here. So just retracement up and continue. And you can see I drew my volume on the high, current high of the night, when we tapped into this volume to this low. Why? Because this is a distribution move. You want to draw it on distribution moves. So obviously this was the distribution move, and it told us the max volume was here. So I was looking for price to come into this type of region and then continue that sell-off. You can see we had an order block in line with the volume from post-New York to Asia reaction. So this is the post-New York to Asia reaction. This is the volume. And we had an order block right in line with it. You can see we tapped into the order block. And the Asia liquidity was the catalyst, so the actual entry catalyst. And the 5-minute IFEG was the actual entry itself. So all of this together. So we've got a higher time frame. We've got all of our volume analysis. And then the Asia liquidity with a 5-minute FEG as the confirmation. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, chat, for this live. As I said, I've got a YouTube video on my channel if you, man, want to check that out. Yeah, it's doing well, though. It's doing well. But everyone, yeah, drop a like on that. Drop a like on that. Go watch that. Check it out, man. It's a good vid. Appreciate you, man, tuning in today, boys. I'm going to jump off now. Been a good live. Everyone drop a follow. As I said, Macy's going to be live on my YouTube channel at 1:30. Richesse Effects on YouTube. Appreciate you, man, tuning in. And I'll catch you in the next live, people. Sweet. I'm new. That's some good sauce. Trust me, bro. But yeah, boys, appreciate you, man, tuning in, YouTube. As I said, Macy's going to be live at 1:30. He might be doing some giveaways as well. So stay posted, boys, for some giveaways for New York session. Also seeing how that news plays through, which is obviously going to give up our DXY and our EU and GU some really nice direction. So, chat, we're going to get some really, really nice direction, right? Once this news comes through, we should know where EU and GU are going to be. They're going to be basically aligned. Because right now, they're so unaligned. We need them to line up again. They've been misaligned for about 2 days now. They need to line up. So after this news, EU and GU will line up. And we'll have a clear direction for the DXY as well. So yeah, boys, you're not going to want to miss this New York live. Because then it's going to be up to you to do this analysis over the weekend. Macy's going to wait for this news to come through. When it comes through, he's going to let you know exactly what that means for next week. How you should approach Monday. How you should approach the fundamentals going into next week. And everything like that. It's going to help you a lot, boys. Remember, how you finish the prior week has a lot to do with how you start the new week. So with that being in mind, boys, I'll see you on the New York live. I'll be in the comments. Hopefully you man will be there watching. And obviously we'll also see how this gold trade plays out. How this gold plays out. With that being said, boys, I appreciate you tuning in. And I'm going to catch you in the next live, people. Sweet. Big up.